Well, it's your turn at bat.
Right. Oh, now, if one of you will help me get his clothes off, the other can turn their back.
Get Smart burst onto television screens in 1965 and immediately took America by storm with its hilarious twist on the spy world, something audiences had never seen before. The story of Maxwell Smart, known as Agent 86, and his clever partner Agent 99 blended sharp comedy, clever writing, and unforgettable gadgets that became part of TV history. From the iconic shoe phone to the famously useless cone of silence, the show's humor didn't just make people laugh. It brilliantly poked fun at bureaucracy, technology, and even real-life spy culture. Mel Brooks, the genius behind the show, once said, "Do what James Bond would do, but add half an inch more." And that single rule turned Get Smart into a masterpiece of absurdity and wit. Every episode introduced bizarre inventions like telephones hidden in ties, explosive fishing rods, and sandwiches concealing secret weapons, making fans both laugh and wonder what would appear next. Even the FBI once worried some of these gadgets were too realistic. And while the props were funny, the details behind the show were just as wild. The meaning behind Agent 86 wasn't random. It came from American slang meaning to get rid of something, while Agent 99's name change came after. Writers decided 99 sounded smoother and more feminine than 100. Promotion for the show was also unlike anything before, with critics receiving mysterious, top-secret envelopes from Maxwell Smart himself, sparking national curiosity. But not everything behind the camera was perfect. Don Adams and Barbara Feldon, who played 86 and 99, barely spoke off-screen for 5 years. Despite that distance, their chemistry created one of television's most iconic duos, so convincing that fans believed their love story was real. Over time, they reconnected during later reunions and remained linked by their shared legacy. The series also gave viewers some of the coolest cars on television. From Ferraris and Mustangs to Volkswagens and Citroëns, Agent 86 drove vehicles that could rival James Bond's garage. But one of the most beloved characters wasn't even human. Fang, the spy dog, brought endless laughter with his unpredictable behavior until his constant disobedience forced producers to write him out. Still, he remains a fan favorite today. Agent 99's real name stayed one of the biggest mysteries in TV history, never revealed even after she married Max, keeping fans guessing for decades. Behind the laughter, actor Don Adams made a brilliant business move by accepting profit shares instead of a higher weekly salary, ensuring lifelong earnings from reruns that made him rich long after the show ended. Not every cast member was so lucky, though. Edward Platt, who played the chief, suffered from chronic back pain, which forced writers to creatively hide his absences by writing secret missions into the story. Even family played a part. Robert Carvelis, who portrayed the bumbling Agent Larrabee, was actually Don Adams's cousin, and his goofy charm became another reason fans adored the show. Interestingly, ABC originally rejected Get Smart for being not American enough and wanted to add a mother figure for Maxwell Smart. Mel Brooks refused, protecting his vision, and NBC picked it up, proving that creative integrity sometimes pays off in the biggest way. The show later became so iconic that it aired on 4 major networks: NBC, CBS, ABC, and Fox, something almost no other series has done. Guest stars like Johnny Carson, Bob Hope, Carol Burnett, and Leonard Nimoy brought extra sparkle to the episodes, while Don Adams himself directed and co-wrote several of the funniest stories in later seasons. Get Smart's impact stretched far beyond TV, inspiring comic books, parodies, and even advertising campaigns that used Maxwell Smart's famous line, "Would you believe?" to sell everything from burgers to rental cars. Behind the success stood producer Daniel Melnick, who first connected Mel Brooks and Buck Henry, the two creative forces that turned a simple idea into television gold. Together, they built a world filled with laughter, satire, and unforgettable characters that still influence comedy today. From the secret gadgets and chaotic missions to the real friendships and struggles of its stars, Get Smart wasn't just another sitcom. It was a cultural revolution that made audiences see humor in chaos. So which version do you love more? The classic 1965 original or the Steve Carell remake? Tell us in the comments, and before you go, make sure to subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin and press the bell icon so you never miss more untold stories from the golden age of television.